Today we're going to talk about the call to follow Jesus and belonging in His family. God has provided for every need in your life, but He left you and I with the choice as to how we're going to meet that need. Every single person in this room today has basic needs and then specific needs. And God has promised to provide for every single one of those. There are thousands of promises in the Bible that prove that in my mind, but also as I see it at work in my own life. But He's given us the choice as to what we're going to go to draw from to meet that need. There are substitutes. There are false provisions that the world provides, that the enemy has energized in the world to provide for us to pull us away from God. To worship those things rather than God who has provided all things. Church is something you belong to in this life. In your notes, belonging to a body of believers is God's grace resource for the need of fellowship and belonging. When you commit yourself to a local body of believers, you're saying, I acknowledge that I am a part of the church that God is shaping in this community, the ecclesia or called out ones, the fellowship of believers. God is so good to us, though, He doesn't just call us to do something without telling us why. So I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of belonging, so you know why He has called us into this messy, broken, and imperfect gathering of people. Did you know that you belong to the body of Christ and you belong to those who are here? When Jesus paid the price for your life through His life, death, and resurrection, He bought you. And you belong to Him and you belong to His family. You're not your own anymore. So when is this important that we are in a place where we're protected and cared for? When does that become important in our lives? Is there ever a time when we find ourselves beat up in life? You ever been in your workplace and some people just being rude and mean and you're ready to lay into them, right? Maybe there's a relationship that comes to mind. It's frustrating, it's difficult, but it's good to know that there's safety and security, that you have a shepherd and a body. Those things will make us less anxious, less fearful when we know we're in the place God has intended for us to be. We know we're protected and cared for. You have 5 basic needs in your life. You might write these down because every person has them. You have a need for an identity. You have a need for stability in life. You have a need for capacity, abilities, have fulfillment in doing what you were made to do. You have a need for security in your life. And you have a need to be productive or for productivity in your life. Those are 5 basic needs of every human being in order to find life that is fulfilling. And I think it is incredibly beautiful, and I am overwhelmed by this as I think about it, that God knew this and He created a perfect provision for it. Now, when I say perfect, I don't mean the people that are a part of it. Because we are not perfect. If you are perfect, you need not be a part of this church. Because we're a gathering of imperfect people doing our best to figure this thing out. And I'm the first to put my hand up. And I'm also the first to run quickly to Jesus with you.